Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I've been wondering if you're feeling sluggish lately and having trouble getting motivated to go to the gym. And sometimes it might feel like everyone online has it all figured out and are 100% consistent with their training. So today I wanted to sit down and really show you my year in review and really expose the ups and downs, the times when I was really consistent versus times I was not. And hopefully we can motivate each other and get back on track, because consistency is really important in order to see results. So before we dive into sort of what's working and what's not, I just wanted to remind you guys to be kind to yourself, because we're all human, and really we're going to go through phases throughout the year where you're more consistent versus less consistent, and just don't beat yourself down when that happens. What I really try to do instead is just to try to understand where it's all coming from and then do my best to get out of the rut. So without trying to fix anything, I will just state some observations as to why I think that I've been less consistent, and maybe you'll find some that you're experiencing right now. But one of the biggest challenges for me is going to the gym really late after work. Personally, anytime after 8 p.m., I just have zero motivation. And at that time, and after a whole day of sitting in front of the computer, I really feel kind of achy. My joints are stiff. I don't have any energy, and lifting weights is really the last thing I want to do. The other thing I've noticed is that it gets dark really early nowadays, so I just don't feel as motivated to walk to the gym once it's pitch black outside. Instead, I feel tired earlier in the day, so that's also really impacting my consistency. And the thing about training is the more you do it, the more you want to continue doing it. So I am in that weird spot where I'm training 2 to maybe 3 times a week. And then from a nutrition point of view, it really feels like Thanksgiving, Christmas are literally around the corner, and we're all starting to wear a lot looser clothes. So all I want to do is indulge in desserts and food and skip going to the gym. So I don't know if these are things that you're also feeling right now. Let me know down below in the comment section. Now let me be fully transparent and show you my consistency this year. And there have definitely been some ups and downs, but I feel like there are some good lessons to learn from it, so that hopefully I can figure out a way to get back into that mindset and get out of this rut. Let's start on a high note. March and May were my top consistency months. Those are probably the months where I've made the most progress. I was literally 100% consistent with my training schedule. I went to the gym 4 times per week. And guys, one of the easiest ways to be consistent is to have the gym be really close to you. So in March, I literally lived above the gym, so it would take me a 5-minute walk to go to the gym, so I really didn't have any excuse not to go. And that I have found to be one of the most efficient ways to be consistent. If you're trying to improve your consistency, signing up to a gym that's really close to your house or close to your workplace could really help. The other thing is that in March I actually did a weight loss challenge, so setting a challenge is always a good way to stay consistent, because you set a goal for yourself that you're working towards, and just seeing that progress can really motivate you. I will pop up the video here if you're interested in my journey back then. So when you're trying to lose weight, it becomes even more important to go to the gym and continue lifting the same amount you were prior to starting your weight loss phase, just because in that way you're going to maximize the amount of muscle that you keep and maximize the amount of fat that you lose. Because the last thing you want is to be losing all the muscle you put so much effort to build. And then in May, there was one other thing that really helped me, is that I really liked the gym that we went to. So signing up to a gym that makes you feel good about yourself, that is clean, organized, has really good equipment, has always made me feel like I want to be there more. So that's also a very good tip if you're trying to improve your consistency. Pay the extra money to have access to a gym you actually enjoy. Then going back to my year in review, there has been some months where I've been moderately consistent. So for example, January, February, April, I was kind of up and down and just trying my best to go to the gym as much as I can. And the thing is that sometimes life just gets in the way, and during those months I was either visiting family in Bulgaria or my sister came to visit us while we were in Italy. So I consciously chose to focus on other things during that time, and that's totally fine. There are going to be times in your life where work is going to take over, where you're going to want to spend time with family, or maybe you have a newborn or you have a new puppy. There are times like that where your training will become less important. But one thing to keep in mind during that time is to try and at least maintain what you've already built, because it is a lot easier to maintain muscle that you've already built versus build new tissue. If you want to build new muscle, you really have to optimize your training, your nutrition, your sleep, whereas to maintain it, you only need to go to the gym 1 to 2 times a week and then just eat fairly healthy. So if you are in that phase of your life, just be kind to yourself, acknowledge it, and when you have more time, then try and get back into a better schedule. As you can see, I'm speaking from experience because I did take a 6-week break in June and half of July. And if you want to know more about that, I did make a video up here, but it definitely was a lot harder for me to rebuild everything after that. And speaking of schedule, one of the ways that I'm hoping to fix this is that we are actually flying to Crete in a couple weeks. So we're going to switch our work schedule again back to working 4 to midnight. So my gym schedule is going to flip as well. I'm going to be going to the gym during the day rather than at night. And I have found that to be the best way to improve my results. I am really excited to start working out during the day again. I feel like I get so much more out of my workouts that way. If you're able to fit in your workouts before work, then you can get them out of the way right away and you'll have more energy. I also feel like my body is less stiff because I haven't been sitting the entire day, and it's really been a life-changing realization. But I hope that at least one of the things that I mentioned in this video could help you in your situation if you're not able to flip your schedule right now. Ultimately, you just want to try to do the best you can, and to do that, you need to understand why you're feeling a certain way, but also realize that consistency is key. And when people say that, it's because it does take 6 to 8 weeks of being consistent to see results when it comes to building muscle. Looking back at my year, I've only realistically made progress in both March and May. And I can't expect for my body to be changing right now because I'm simply not putting in the work. So at least I know that, and I know what I have to do in order to progress. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.